Okay, let's see if I can give you an explanation to this problem right here, just a little bit. The expression f composed with g of 1 can be rewritten, which it actually means f of g of 1. G of 1 is on the inside, so you evaluate it first. So g of 1 is 0. So I go along the x row till I get to 1, and then I'm going to drop down to g, and that's where I pick up the 0 from. So now I replace the g of 1 with a 0, and I have the expression f of 0. So I go back and I go to where I find x is 0, and then I drop down to the f function, which is the outside function, and I get the answer of -1. So I could put this in as -1. Okay, now I'm just going to walk through the rest of these. We do g of -1 first. So I go to -1, I drop to g, I get 0, go back to 0, and I drop to f, and I get -1 again. Okay, this time I start at -1, but I go to f first since it's the inside. That gives me -2. Then that becomes my new x, -2 down to g, and that gives me 3. Okay, g of f of 0, I start at 0, I go to f, which is -1, becomes my new x, -1, and I go to g, and I get 0. Okay, g of -2. I start at -2, I go to g. That turns into a 3. That 3 then becomes an x. I go back up to where the x is equal to 3, and I drop back to g, which is 9. So I'm starting with the inside x, moving outwardly. -1 to f, -2. New x, -2, back to f, -3. Okay, I hope that helps.